Okay, and welcome back for the KENNEKA Jenkins anniversary timeline of the events broken down. Now we're going to be covering September the 8th of 2017 from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're going to backtrack just a little bit for a refresher, and we're going to throw in a little bit of extra information on here about some of the workers at the hotel itself. I hope this helps the new people that are following the case, as well as refresh the memories of those of y'all that was with us as things played out in real time. RIP to KENNEKA, and I hope you enjoy this. One of the reasons why in the previous video I stated about keeping up with the time span in between the text was to tell, was KENNEKA making stops before she picked up Monifa? And yes, it would be an assumption, but a safe assumption going with the length of time, space, gap in space and time, should I say. Because we do know that at some point, according to Irene's 2020 Live, she said that she did talk to KENNEKA and Monifa was right there. Another part of that live, it kind of made it sound like it happened over the phone, so there's never really been any clarification on that. Also, we do know that KENNEKA was talking with others because she was talking to them about going to the movies, yet she's talking to Irene about going to the hotel party. And I'm sure she probably called her mother as well to make sure she was going to be able to have the car for the entire evening. So, like I said, that's why for me I feel like it's important to keep up with the time frame and comparing it with the maps and stuff, knowing what's going on in between the time frame things should or shouldn't be taking. So without further ado, let's get right into the 8 o'clock text messages. Okay, now on Monifa's first text where she says, right here, she says, okay, that comes at 6:58. Okay, that's within the same minute. She says, okay, and she's referring to that she's ready, for KENNEKA whenever she's going to come pull up, 7:15, which is 17 minutes later, Monifa texts KENNEKA back. She says, you lost, girl, it's cold out here. She said she was on this road somewhere. I don't know. It could be all the way over here. I don't know. Either way, 17 minutes later, she's not here to pick her up yet. Now, here's your maintenance guy. The guy that reads the gauges on the temperatures. The reason why I threw this in here was because if you'll remember in his statement that, and in the footage, we see him where he walks into the kitchen while he's doing his routine checks. And I remember he gets the call about the mess in the pool is at 8:35. So this right here is, let's see, this is 8/17, 2017. So that tells me, he's got his little clipboard going on. That tells me that this is his regular schedule to be going around checking all the gauges and stuff. And I did compare it to a lot of the footage, and you can see him walking from kitchen to kitchen checking the stuff. So pretty much what I'm saying is what this guy's statement was, we can pretty much count on it being truthful because I haven't found anything to go against that so far. Anyway, we have the assistant food and beverage manager. He comes walking from back in this area. Now, I tracked these over the last few years, just trying to figure out when I was trying to figure out the layout. There were some employees that had cut back here and they went off this way. Now, I have that lady's live that she did where she snuck into Crown Plaza and she walked all through here and she cut around back over here and all that. And if you look, she swings the camera that way real quick and you can see a walkway. I remember some of the employees that I had timed them from here to when they picked up on the laundry 3 camera. And it was just around a minute. So that's a little cut through area that goes back there across the back side. For whatever reason, that's what they're doing. shortcuts. Okay, now about the same time right here, this is the lady here, Kranz is her last name. She's the one that originally they Watkins and them approached her to rent the rooms, and she declined them because the card was declined. That tells me she's the type of worker that's going to go by the rules and whatnot. Her statement was what, a paragraph or whatever. So, but that way you know whenever you happen to be looking at footage, that's who she is. All right. Now, this is the little notations that the cops made. It says, KENNEKA then has a brief conversation by text with a contact name in the phone, which they had the name edited out. I'm telling you, it's Zahari. We should all know it's Zahari. Okay? It says 7:27. She says, call back right now. And what, 5 seconds later, she says, text, hurry up. And she does the loud crying emoji. Now, nothing happens on the phone dumps, according to the phone dumps, for 2 hours. At 9:35, Zahari then texts KENNEKA back, and she says, are y'all still going to the movies? Y'all. That's KENNEKA and Monifa. So, and I'm saying it like that because there is so many. I kind of hate to have to say it like that, but it's the fact of the matter is, people tend to want to inject their opinions in some places. You really cannot put an opinion, because if you're seeing the text messages and they are saying KENNEKA invited Monifa, and Zahari is saying, are y'all still going to the movies? Apparently it was a pre-made plan for the girls to go to the movies with Zahari. But as we've learned along the way, KENNEKA did tell Irene she was going to go to the party. So KENNEKA kind of had herself stuck between a rock and a hard place. And maybe she wasn't all the way on the up and up with each side, because each side now, 5 years later, we know, listening to them speak throughout the years, Zahari didn't know anything about Irene's birthday party, and Irene didn't know anything about going to the movies with Zahari. So, that being said, we still cannot inject our opinion in saying Monifa made KENNEKA do this or that, when it's obviously KENNEKA's phone that's being texted with these messages, in particular right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and end this one, and I will start the next one right back up in the chronological order. Again, leave me your comments below if this is helping refresh your memories to anything, or if this is their first time learning this. It gives me feedback so I know which way to go when I'm making these videos. And I appreciate y'all. Thank you.